everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Singapore. My name is Sunny, and thanks for the host to introduction. Minor mistakes. Actually, the stake happened last week in Shanghai in the China International Import-Export Expo. And not only French president, but also Chinese president also there tasted the same steak. I guess it's very nice. But more importantly, it's very safe. We built up the food traceability solution on top of that. So vechain actually started in 2015. We have been focused on enterprise level applications and a platform. The thing is, we have been focused on to drive the technology like blockchain to the business and create mass adoption. So the reason I like blockchain, actually one of the reasons is about sharing, about open source. So we do open source the technical part. If you like to check the codes or more technical information, you can go to GitHub. You can go to vechainworld.io to find more information. But today, I'm going to open source some business secrets, like our business recipes. What we do for mass adoption, how we do, and what we should do in the future. So what just happened in the entire world? China just made blockchain into the national level strategy, and Libra, even before that, has been struggling, But all they do is the same thing, to drive for mass adoptions. So based on what we just learned recently, and also the last 4 years' experiences, we have a few opinions. I want to share with one. The most important thing out of those, I'm not going to read lines, but the most important thing is blockchain needs to drive to prove its business value. It's more important than just technical innovation. I'm not saying technical or technology itself not important, but more important is how to drive the technology to business, how to prove the technology like blockchain can serve with business value. That's very important. And another mindset for vechain, fundamentally, that our philosophy, let's say, is we want to do business activity or business application first, and then financial applications later. Why? Because, firstly, finance is a high regulated area. Secondly, finance is supposed to support business, right? If we have more business activities already running on the blockchain, then the demand of financial applications on the blockchain will be quite natural. So if we look at the history, the past, we can make the different segments in terms of time. Before 2015, I would say it's like first verse of blockchain technology. Even in the early days, there is no such word, blockchain, just Bitcoin or that coin, the other coin. In 2015, 2018, that kind of period, whatever, Ethereum launched with virtual machine and smart contract, that kind of concept, it kind of drives the more complicated business activities run on the blockchain. Or the famous article like blockchain, the trust machine from The Economist, are kind of driving the technology, draw the attention from the mainstream. But 2015, 2018, the whole world is making the infrastructure more mature, let's say, still not mature enough, but going to the next level, able to expand. And 18 and 2020, this period, right now, the most important thing, I would say, is to drive business applications to make the whole world aware how blockchain technology or what blockchain technology can bring to the real business. So that's the most important thing, that's the most focus, the high priority, the top one priority for vechain. I think it should be also to the others as well. So how are we going to find the business value? That could be $1 million question. Actually, it's quite easy. Think about what internet company does, right? Internet companies do two things. Firstly, transform the normal user behavior to be on internet. whatever the applications, platforms, websites, social apps, all of the things. And then the second thing is try to maximize the value of the data on the internet, right? Very simple. Whatever Google, Facebook, Alibaba, Tencent, they all do the same thing. So for blockchain, it's the same. We got to do two steps. Firstly, migrating or moving business activities onto the blockchain first, and then maximize the value of data of blockchain. Simple, right? Then we need to think about what is the unique feature of the blockchain technology, or what is the unique feature of the data on the blockchain, which is immutable to change, sharing, public, transparent. So that's the mindset we're going to do. So before we go into what is blockchain, or what is the mass adoption for blockchain, I want to share some new developed thoughts about the footprints of the blockchain technology development. On the first stage, it's always about a technical consensus. The major players, I would say, are technical guys or technical developers, creators, inventors, and thanks for them, we are able to find the major consensus about what kind of the technical structure, system architecture, or language to build the blockchain applications. But now, we need to find the business consensus, meaning the different enterprise, different players, how they're going to work together for the same goal. For example, the different players along the supply chain work together, contribute the data from their own, and eventually give the full traceability to the consumers, and leading to the food safety. That kind of certifications give the trust, give the guarantee to the consumers. So it's like different companies, different entities are working together for the same goal. But very importantly, other than the same goal, also we need to find the economic motivation for those players, for those participants. Eventually, every enterprise work for, some kind of profits or some kind of economic goals. So you gotta have the motivation, right motivation to keep them. And going further, even we are able to work together, even among the different competitors are able to work together, eventually, after the honeymoon, right? People will try to fight each other, like, okay, I should get more, you should get more, and some even bad guys could play dirty. It's a human nature, I'm sorry for that. So we need a more, like a better governance model or governance consensus to create that kind of fair rules to make sure the good people will be motivated or encouraged or rewarded, and bad people can be kicked out. So philosophically, we're thinking from technical consensus to business consensus and to governance consensus. That kind of way to go. And honestly, we were thinking like the governance consensus could be even faster than we thought. Think about all of the governments, authorities are right now putting the blockchain technology in the national level. I would say the regulation cannot be missed anymore. And also, fundamentally also, the blockchain cannot work alone. It's supposed to work with other technologies like IoTs, AIs, or the traditional internet applications. It's supposed to work in together. Most of the enterprise, they don't care about the technology itself, but care about solution. And solution, usually combined with different technologies. So as a result, what vechain has been achieved, actually this slide has to be updated. I remember last week when I was in San Francisco, no, the week before last week, I was telling people like, oh, we just had the number 32 enterprise application on the vechain blockchain. But today I have to tell you, we have 34 now, including the ASI for food safety, for the steak we just talked about, and also like to be announced the Chinese tea from Yunnan province this week as well. So we have been landing the enterprise application in multiple different ways, and the speed is like maybe 3 times faster every 6 months. So what is the real mass adoption is? I just want to show you like 2 videos to get to know. That's the first one. It's a TV report from Walmart China supermarkets. You can see people probably the same age as my mom, they're using the smartphone to scan the products and find the information. You can see like it's a mushrooms, qualification of the products, basic information, even the qualification report from authorities, right? So my point is, it's not like only the technical people are playing with blockchain. It cannot be mass adoptions. It could be like preparation for mass adoptions. But only this kind of thing is for mass adoptions. Like people without any technical background, but they could have a smartphone, they could have internet connections, they can get that. And they can feel sure like this is a full safety. Right? So my point is, the blockchain technology, just like internet as well, you could use email every day, but you don't care what SMTP is or how SMTP working. So blockchain is the same. And the next one is similar, but looks like more high-end. It's coming from my story from DMVGL.
Consumers want to know what is inside every item, which is why Italian winemakers are turning to My Story. Seconds after scanning a QR code, the characteristics of the bottle are revealed. Discover the wine's story from bottle to vineyard with detailed
the whole
information
story about the wine,
such as
like
where
the
it was
product,
bottled,
is telling the
to how the
story
grapes were picked
by
and
itself
farmed.
to the consumers
Explore
directly.
The districts of
The
vineyard,
regions,
including its location,
vinification,
altitude,
bottling,
size, and
even
soil
the
type.
suggesting about the characteristic character of the wine itself. What kind of the food you can serve with this wine together.
Including certifications, sustainable footprints, and how it is best consumed.
Right? So you don't see the blockchain technology really working on the surface. For most normal people do. But you can get the benefits. You can enjoy the benefits to do that.
Builds confidence by communicating with consumers through a single product. Everything is time-stamped and stored in the blockchain and cannot be altered. So, no matter where, consumers can trust
So we
everything
already
shared
start
about the
with
wine,
3
its
wineries.
quality,
In Italy,
authenticity,
if you go to
and
Italy, you try to buy this wine, you can get it. And you can scan, you can find out. So that's what we call mass adoptions. So why vechain? Because other than the mindset about how to build up the technology, very importantly, we also have business mindset. Our team also formalized with business people as well, because eventually you got to find a way how to drive the technology to the business. And you got to find a way how to talk to the enterprise, how to talk to those executives to convince them and to sell them how the technology can help them eventually drive to the mass adoptions. And we did something in technical point of view, we did something nobody else does before. We interviewed 30, 40 different executives before we launched the blockchain development. We wanted to make sure, we asked the question, what do you want? What do you need? What is the hurdles if you want to build up an application on the blockchain? And as a summary, we did all of the different ways from the big features like governance model, economy model, and also small features like fee delegation, multitasker transactions, transaction dependency, that kind of a configurable features, which very friendly to enterprise. And also we have like a one-stop service. It's kind of like cloud service for blockchain users, for those enterprise. Even you don't have any kind of technical development skills or knowledge about the smart contract, about the node deployment, consensus, synchronization, all of those things, but you can spend like 30 minutes to get on board your business to the blockchain. And going further, we wanted to build more technical tools and services to ease the process, to make the product, to make enterprise to build application very, very easily. It's kind of like, think about the early stage of the internet. when Amazon or Alibaba try to sell the idea like build up the e-commerce store, what they do? Firstly, they keep continually to convince people about the idea. Oh, you're gonna do e-commerce because you're gonna save the cost. You're gonna, launch the products very easily online and can reach people everywhere. You don't have the limitation about geographical limitations, right? On the other hand, they start to keep building the service and tools, make the onboarding process or launching the e-commerce process super easy for enterprise. Eventually, you don't need to care about any kind of the technical deliveries. You just care about how to do your business in terms of payment, in terms of delivery service, even the digital marketing. You have tools, you have services. So that's what we can do. However, we cannot be alone. We want to make sure every aspect can have better service, can have better tools coming from builders. That's why we're calling for new builders to join us for the future ecosystem. So as a summary, the number has to be updated, 34 use cases. The business mindset and business development team, not only just about the technology, the unique technical features, and also the comprehensive governance model, economic model, are able to ease the process for any enterprise, whatever the big ones or small startups, able to do that. So join us to be the part of the journey. How are we going to do this? We did something really interesting, or I wanted to share these secrets with you guys, is we think, actually it's very simple, think from the builders. Like if you are I always ask myself, if you are the builder, you want to build a blockchain applications, what you want to do, right? Whatever you are enterprise, you are startup, or you're just community members, if you want to contribute and eventually to create mass adoptions, what do you need? So we create this kind of all-in-one support to developers with regulation support, with market expansion, all of the things. Even, we have most of the enterprise are building applications on vechain, then we're able to engage the business resources or business collaborations to those startups. And last but not least, vechainworld.io contains everything. And recently, we just launched a new site. It's builders.vechain. You can go to the website and go through the process, like from step 1 until you eventually build applications, serve your business. But fundamentally, all for the mass adoptions. So like our commercials launched like 2 years ago, also in Singapore, 2017, we said the power is in your hand for every builders. Thank you very much.
If you like our videos and want more information about cryptocurrency and new ICO, please subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.